So, finally my new headset arrived after a few days since my old one got broken. My old Rocket headset. So yeah, since I got my new headset, my new microphone, finally I can also upload some new videos and do a few commentaries of my own ladder games. Maybe not even my own ladder games, but also ladder games between other players. Maybe also Sota games, and also well, I'm still thinking about also a commentary of classic games, which includes like Happy, Grubby, Remind, all those pro players from back in the days. But yeah, so finally I can upload a few more videos with the commentary, because as you could have seen before, my first video on versus Pain was only showing you the game without any commentary, which is kinda boring in my opinion. And yeah, I'm trying to improve slowly, of course, but I'm trying my best, especially when I'm streaming as well. So yeah, this is a game which I played yesterday. It's Sunday morning, I guess, where I found OrcWorker, who's also known as, where I found Sixer Baby, who's also known as Worker. He's an orc player from Belarus, and he's sitting on rank 3 on the private server from the W3Arena client. Since I stole this rank at the moment, I guess I'm sitting on rank 2 right now, and he's sitting on rank 3. So yeah. Well, yeah, I'm the undead, and OrcWorker is of course the orc player in blue. And as you can see, I'm starting with a forest DK and also going for the Ruben tower, so I can make sure that my acolytes are safe in the first place, because I cannot really I cannot really lose any of my acolytes during the tier 2 take, otherwise I have to cancel it, and that would give me a huge disadvantage for the tier 2 take at all, while the orc is, most likely favored in the mid game already. So yeah, I already started my tier 2 take while the orc is not even going for it at the moment. He just sold his TP for the Circle of Nobility, and of course I'm trying to get some informations where he's creeping at the moment, because the gnoll spots are most likely the first spots of every single orc player on Twisted Meadows versus other players. And while he's creeping, I'm sending a few skeletons since I've done my since I finished my green spot over here to his base. Try to kill a few Pians, and as you can see, the first corpse is already laying down on the on his main. So he just lost his first Pian. He will lose another Pian here, which is really bad for him right now, since he's losing a lot of wood during the tier 2 take. So he's sitting on 145 wood at the moment, going for third burrow. And as far as I know, he will lose his third burrow, or has to cancel it in a few seconds, because as you can see, I have 4 skeletons, and 4 skeletons are way enough to cancel this burrow. And yeah, he's of course forced to move back, still level 1, or only level 1, which is really good for me in this case. And I've finished my tier 2 tech soon, while he's a bit behind. And yeah, so this is the pretty normal standard build order for me versus orc on Twisted Meadows. 3 ghouls, fast take with the Death Knight, trying to harass the orc player, which means that I can get rid of the Shadowhunter in the early game once he reads tier 2. So that would basically mean that once he reads tier 2 with the Shadowhunter, my Lich will be out as well. So thanks to the frost armor, I can, well, most likely hold every single push that he's actually trying going for with any creep check. And he's starting and ending the gnoll spot where I tried to creep check him. I couldn't stole this gnoll spot over there. So yeah, he's getting boots. He found a Glows of Haste, which is a really nice item for the Blade Master, since you know that he's an agility hero. So any kind of attack speed improves the Blade Master, especially in the late game, because he's getting such a beast when it's up to dealing with the DPS. So all he has right now is just +2, which is not that much, but well, basically every single Orc player likes to tech to tier 3 at the moment versus Undead, so they will gain some additional +5 damage due to the orb, and also the Kodo grants them a few more attack damage due to the Kodo Beast Aura, the War Drums, and the specific upgrade that you can research in the bestiary means that they can gain some more damage, well, even more damage. So somewhere around +17, almost +20 on his Blade Master for free, without even getting any kind of clause of attack in the early game. So yeah, my Death Knight is still level 2, so that means that my coil is still on level 1. And his Shadowhunter is already out, so like I mentioned before, my second hero is as fast possible, also as fast out like his Shadowhunter and my Lich, which is like the most important part of the mid game as an Undead player nowadays, because well, most of the people back in the days, like in 2008, or even, well, far more, like in 2006, used to tech at 26-29 supply, and that would basically mean that your tier 2 tech is way too late, so your second hero is not even there in time, and the Orc player has such an easy life to creep check you with the Shadowhunter, and also, so you only have like 4 or 5 beings, maybe a level 3 Death Knight, depends on the map position and also the map at all, and there's not that much that you can actually do. So that would basically mean that you have to TP out and just wait for your second tier. But as you can see, my second tier is already level 2, and yeah, of course the Orc is trying to creep check me now, backstabbing my Fiend over there, and snare on the Fiend. Of course, focus fire and hex in time, so I cannot really call that Fiend anymore. So I'm losing the first Fiend on a laboratory for now, and he's using the speed scroll while I'm trying to kill a grunt with the Nova over there. But yeah, as you can see, my DK is, like I mentioned before, still level 2, so my code is still level 1, and I'm not really, well, able to kill that grunt over there. I'm not sure if this Blade Master was surrounded at all, but anyways, he was, well, kind of forced to use Windwalk over there anyways. So yeah, so I'll put my Lich away from the creep, so I can grant my Death Knight solo experience, which means that he will get level 3 for sure, otherwise he would have been still at level 2. And yeah, the Orc is creeping. The mercenary camp is almost done with tier 3 tech. It's also getting a first Kodo Beast, while I'm going for the Tavern right now, which means that I will get my third hero, which is or should be the Dark Ranger, since he's going for the Shadowhunter. And I could have also gone for a Pit Lord third, but somehow I totally forgot to scout his main somehow. I don't even know why, because most likely versus Orc it's really important to scout the Orc base, so you know. Nice crit by the way there with the backstab. I don't think it was backstab, it just was a normal crit. Anyways, yeah, well, it's one of the most important thing that you should actually do as an Undead player with at least good Orcs, because if you're going for a strat like this, then Banshees are most likely common, and also Pitfall Third is like a good pick up here because he has no dispel. The Banshees with the curse upgrade is really perfect in this situation, and yeah. So also he's standing right next to the melee army of mine, which means that he's getting melted down by my Nova, by my Fiends, because he has no access to my Fiends due to the bad positioning of him. And he just ate one Crypt Fiend of mine, and also one of the Kodobees, since he has two, just died over there. Now he ate another Fiend, moving the Fiend just right away. Nice mana steal on my Death Knight, and also he's just focusing my Dark Ranger, which means that, yeah, well, there's no silence left anymore. My Dark Ranger dies though, but it doesn't really matter since she was just level 1. And, well, even though I'm losing another Fiend during my TP, I guess this fight was quite good for me, since I have almost a level 3 Lich. Just 3 experience away from level 3, and well, since I have 3 more Fiends, 2 more Destroyers, and he has only 2 Heroes and 1 Grunt, well, this game was this fight was kinda perfect for me. And also he's sitting on 31 supply while I'm sitting on 50 supply. I'm getting the first Abomination. Well, people also ask me sometimes, why do you go for Abominations? Well, Abominations are also kinda tanky, of course. They are really weak versus Orc due to the Kodobees, of course, which means that once an Orc player has like at least 1 Entener and 2 Kodobees, they can usually or most likely use their speed scroll, Entener the Abomination, use the speed scroll, and then just eat the Abomination, just move your Kodo right away. So I'm catching his radar over there, which is kinda bad for him, and also he just tried to creep by natural over there, but somehow he failed since he noticed that I'm going for his main right now. So I'm killing another burrow, and he's just trying to base lane my own base, and of course I'm getting in my first Spirit Tower and another one, otherwise, like, well, I have to move back, and getting lamed by Orc is like pretty bad for yourself if you're an under player and you have no base protection like Spirit Towers at all. And my DK is level 4, so I could either way go for the pick or for level 2 Unholy Aura. So since I lost my Slaughterhouse, I'm trying to rebuild it on a top place, which is a bit more safe at this location than the previous one. And well, for now it's really important to split targets with your towers and also repair your Spirit Tower in time, otherwise you will lose them and the base protection is kinda weak in the end. Also move your ghouls, try to get at least a few hits out on units, and well, I guess the most important part about getting base aimed is that you have a really nice build placement, and first of all you just split your Spirit Tower and the Ruin Tower all over his units, especially on his raiders, because they deal these siege damage versus your own buildings. So yeah, he just lost his first raider, and also 2 more are quite dead, but yeah, well, due to the heal wave, both of them will survive with like half HP. And there's Cole coming out, trying to kill that raider, which just died due to the Nova. And now he's focusing my DK, because as you can see, his only chance by winning this game is just nuking my own heroes, and well, he had no mana left for Hex, and oh, my DK barely survived with, I guess, 100 HP, maybe 200. And of course the Blade Master is one terrible hero in the late game as an under player, and he just bought my Invoke Potion away, calling over on the Blade Master, and since he has no Windwalk left anymore, he's forced to use his Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. And Shadow Hunter, which is level 3, or who's level 3, just bought a
summoning is complete.
Clarity Potion, And of course it's trying to get, well, trying to come back into the game by his own base protection, which means that he's going for some watchtowers in his own base. And the first part as an under player should be, well, paying attention on your Death Knight, but also trying to nuke down the watchtower in the space. Otherwise, if they're getting way too much, then it gets harder and harder to kill them, because the meat wings, of course, will do a great job versus fortified buildings, but well, versus decent orc players, they can easily snipe them off, because well, speed scroll, windwalk, and snare are basically all that you that's all that you need to kill off all meat wagons. So he's sitting on 2 heroes, 1 grunt, while I'm sitting on so many units, also with an abomination. But yeah, coming back to the abomination, well, if you kill the Kodo beast versus orc, first of all, they lose a lot of, well, support in their whole army due to the wall drums. Another part is that the orc player needs so much time to kill my Kodo, my abomination, since it has almost 1200 HP. So he's losing also his Shadow Hunter, since I have boots on my DK. I know he's trying to kill my DK, getting cross armored and snare, Nova on the Blade Master, who's using another Potion of Lesser ability. He has no mana left, so he's going all in here on my Death Knight, but he won't be able to kill my Death Knight here. And here's the GG. So, well, as you can see, he never really had a chance winning the fights, since he lost so many burrows at some certain time where he shouldn't lost them. My Dark Ranger is almost level 3 already. My Liches will just reach level 4 due to the Blade Master kill over there. I still have 2 more statues sitting in my base, since I forgot my waypoint. Another crypt, and well, he lost his barracks, he lost his shop, he lost like nearly everything that he had in his base, trying to come back with the base lane. But well, base laming an undead who can easily get up 2 more Spiritors in his base, while you just sit on 2 grunts, 2 heroes, and 2 raiders is just not weighted enough to win the base lane versus undead. Even though undead is like the weakest race if you're going for base lane. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the commentary, at least the first commentary. There will be more, I guess. And well, with the commentary, of course, I'll try to improve my English, since it's not my mother language, and also, well, I'm kind of looking forward to the commentaries itself. And yeah, so stay tuned for the next commentary, and see you then.